Well, to get us started, it might be a bit of a loaded question, but can you walk me through how you got started in country music?
It is a very loaded question with
Yes.
I'll try to make it a simple answer. So my mom and my aunt are and were country music singers back in the 60s, 70s, 80s. And my mom was a recording artist with Capitol Records and had 5 albums out with them. One of her songs was number 3, called Get on My Love Train. And so I grew up watching videos of her going on tour when she was on tour. And then my aunt is Tanya Tucker, so she's still one of the most legendary gals in country music. And not too long ago won a Grammy, so she's still rocking and rolling. And but they took us on the road, all the kids, and so we for a lot of it, like our youth, we were on a tour bus, and that was such a magical and special time, and I loved it. And I have such fond memories, and that's probably why I like to drive a diesel because it reminds me of the tour bus. So yeah, we peek out from behind the curtains and watch them and be there during sound check. And then at the end of the show, they'd invite us to come on stage and wave at the crowd. So I got the bug pretty young to do that. And I'm glad I could continue to pursue it and become a songwriter and a full-time performer now. And yeah, that was a big influence on me.
Mhm. Yeah, that's awesome. And so you were a finalist on Team Blake of The Voice.
Yes.
Tell me all about that experience.
It was wild. I mean, I had no intention of ever going on one of those shows. My mom had called me one day. I was bartending at the time, songwriting, doing writers rounds, and just living in Nashville, which is where I grew up. And she said, your sister-in-law is going to go to Vegas to audition for The Voice. I think you should go with them and do it too. And I was like, any excuse to go to Vegas, sure, let's go. So me and my friend went, and I did the open call. We did the open call where you get in line and you sit in line for hours. And I was actually one of the first 10 in line. So I got there like 3 a.m. and I did my audition, and it was just amazing. It was like one of the magical moments of my life, like one of the best auditions I've ever done. Of course, I got my ticket, and that was really neat. And then you go through a lot of these other like vetting and audition processes. Um, and got on the show and had the time of my life. you know, uh, it was scary because I hadn't really performed in front of obviously that many people in a very long time. Like I said, I was just bartending and doing writers rounds, little small showcases for a long while in Nashville. And so it was quite overwhelming, but exciting. And I met some of my greatest friends from that show. We're all still close to this day. Um, Recently, last Tuesday, lost a very one of the most dearest friends of my life, Ryan White Maloney. He passed away last Tuesday. He was my battle partner from The Voice. We were both on Team Blake, and it's been really devastating, actually, losing him. So
I'm so sorry.
thanks. It's been a really hard week, and it won't get any easier. I'll miss him every day, and I'm so grateful for him because if it hadn't been for him, because he was living out here in Las Vegas after the show. I mean, he'd been here for like 7 to 9 years. I can't remember, and out here in Las Vegas, and we stayed close friends after the show ended. And he was like, "Why don't you come out to Vegas and start performing?" And I was like, "Yeah, why don't I? I have you as a friend." So, anyways, I moved out here, and I have not looked back. My career has just skyrocketed. So I give him literally all the credit. And he put me. We started a duo together, and we performed here for the first like 2 or 3 years that I moved here, and he taught me everything I know. So yeah, really big loss in our community here. He
Yeah.
was
Well,
a legend.
again, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you. But yeah, The Voice was a great experience.
Mhm.
And all in all, I would not take it back for nothing.
Yeah. And so now you have a headlining show in Las Vegas. Um, what is a Cali Tucker show in Vegas like?
It's kind of wild. Uh, don't let this fool you. I get a little crazy. It's so much fun. It's a one-woman show and no band, and I sing everyone's favorite songs and some obscure, many obscure things, but it's really an all request show. So very interactive, very high energy, a lot of comedy, and nothing planned at all. You never know what you're going to get. I don't even know what's going to happen. And I do that particular show a few times a week. And there's other shows that are a little more subdued and just chill. But the ones where I get to let my freak flag fly is the most fun. And yeah, I encourage everybody to go to my website and click dates and pick a show, or you can even message me and ask me which show should I come to, and I'll let you know, which is the best.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
sounds awesome. And how would you say Tanya Tucker has inspired or influenced your music career?
I mean, she, along with my mom, were huge influences on me. Like I said, um, they introduced us to that whole world. I mean, and not just like, oh, I like to sing. I mean, we were immersed in the entire, in the industry, the touring of it, and during fanfare, I don't know if you remember, probably don't remember fanfare, you're too young, but fanfare was a really special time in Nashville, and we got to set up a booth for Tanya, and she'd come and sign autographs, and then we get to meet all these other amazing country artists, and so it's she gave me my mom gave me the bug to want to perform because I loved the energy and the happiness that it brought to everyone that you'd sing to. The crowd was just like, oh my God, why wouldn't you want this? And then as I became a performer full time and started writing my own material that I really love, it became another totally separate obsession where it was like, this is beyond just my purpose in life. It's what keeps it's the only thing that makes me really happy. Like I love doing what I do. And everyone will tell you that if I have to call out because I'm sick, I am on my deathbed. I won't ever cancel a show. I just love it so much. I'm totally obsessed with this as a career. And I'm so lucky and blessed that I get to do it nightly.
Yeah, that's amazing. And so Urban Cowboy is your most recent single release. What is this song all about?
This is one of my favorite songs, if not my favorite, because first of all, we wrote it in 2020 during quarantine and wanting to release it forever. It was the song that I think brought forth the true identity of who I am as an artist, and the sound and the style and the brand of what and who I am. And we wrote it. I was just like, this is fireworks. This is like a nuclear bomb going off in my life because I this is exactly what I wanted. And I've been trying to get to write. I've been trying to write Urban Cowboy for probably my whole life. Um, it's it's such a special little story. I grew up on Disney movies. I love fairy tales, not just about love, but just I love mythical things. Um, I love a lot of like M. Night Shyamalan movies. I love it. I love twists and turns, but I love fairy tales. And I wanted to write my own. And when I thought of Urban Cowboy, I thought of urban myth, urban legend, and then urban beats behind it. And like, what is so we think of Prince Charming, but I think of Urban Cowboy. That's a phrase I coin now. It's like, instead of meeting your Prince Charming, you're meeting your Urban Cowboy. And it's just this magical adventure, really, where this young girl gets transported to a mythical land, and she meets all these mythical creatures that we all grew up with, like Santa Claus and um, the leprechaun, Easter Bunny, and even Bigfoot makes an appearance in there. And they have tried they know each other really well, but they've never seen or heard. Well, they've never seen the Urban Cowboy. They've heard about him, but never seen him. So they help me go on this adventure to try to find him. And it's a really special song and really a summertime jam. And the music video is so much fun because I got to feature all my friends and then my mother and my niece in it. So it was so wonderful to film.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I want to say congratulations because you were recently awarded for Best Music Video from
Yes. Thank you.
from the Los Angeles Film Awards on Sunday. So big congratulations on that one. And also you were nominated for 5 awards as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Las Vegas Film Awards. Yeah. And this is all for my music video for Country Couture. Yeah.
Yeah. That is amazing.
I know. It's really cool. It's really
Yeah.
fun.
So what,
We worked really hard on it. So
yeah.
I was like, oh, that's really neat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what was the whole process of putting this video together?
So this was my first experience doing a music video. I'd always had visions of what it would be like, and I'm definitely a planner and if you're going to do it right. Don't cut any corners. And I did not. So I think it was 32 different outfits that were used to make this video. Not all of them made the cut, but there was 32 outfits that I definitely put on with different hairstyles. And we used two amazing different locations here in Las Vegas. One was at this gun range in North Las Vegas where you could see the beautiful mountains right behind me, just gorgeous. And then the other it was actually at the Tropicana at a place called the Havana Room, owned by Chapel of the Flowers, which is a wedding chapel venue here in Vegas. And sadly, that's been torn down now. They're building a stadium, a baseball stadium. So super iconic that I got to film there. And that will go down in history as, a place that once was and no longer is. Had all my friends a part of it. My mom is featured in every one of my music videos. And so she was featured in that one as well. And a lot of fine details in that video. A lot of things went into it to make it perfect, but it was the most fun I'd ever had. And I was like, man, side joke, if music doesn't work out, I want to make music videos for people because I just love the experience. But I
Yeah.
think a lot of it also had to do with my incredible team, which was Dustin J. Robinson with Quantum Arc Media, and they're here locally in Las Vegas, and they're just out of this world, incredible to work with, and they've done all my music videos. So highly recommend them.
Well, it must be so great to be rewarded for all that hard work.
It is. It's nice. I mean, it's I think it's a nice honor to have. Absolutely. It really, um, I think just the experience is the word in itself. And that is not a cliche or cheesy thing. I mean, I have those memories forever. And, it went by too fast almost, there's a lot of prep work that goes into it, months and months. And then when it's finally over, you're like, did I really do that? You know,
Yeah.
but super proud of it. And, uh, my friend and I don't know if you noticed I'm wearing my Resistol hat in the video and it's got this huge feather piece on it. My friend Dominique Gallagher and we designed it and she made it. And it's such a cool piece that goes over your cowboy hat. And we want to start making that for, custom for some of the, for the Country Couture boutique that's on my website. So we're teaming up to get that done. That'll be a very cool custom thing that people can
Yeah.
order.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Yeah, for sure. So you've already had a exciting 2025 and we're only a month in. Uh, so what's in store for you for the rest of the year?
Well, I did a re-release for Country Couture worldwide, and that was really exciting to be able to do, reaching all these different countries and all these different radios, and and that's been interesting. Uh, and then we're doing the same thing for Urban Cowboy, so that'll go worldwide here shortly. And then I'll also be releasing my third single, Last Name, along with its music video, and sharing that with everybody. I'm super excited. I do hope to partner with a great designer for the Country Couture boutique and see what we can come up with for some one of all other one of a kind pieces for everyone to be able to purchase and flaunt around. And then also a children's book based off the Urban Cowboy.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah. So a couple things this year that'll be pretty major, and yeah, just keep the creative juices flowing.
Yeah. Oh, that's
And
awesome.
performing a lot.
Yes. Yeah. Lots of exciting things.